bless them as they leave this community. God, thank you for the grace you give us and the beauty we have around us each and every day. We appreciate all the blessings that you give us. Give us hearts of gratitude, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Supervisor Flores.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Start, we want to recognize Mr. Nico, CEO of Memorial Hospital, to present a resolution approving the 2026 budget.
Morning, y'all. How y'all doing?
Good morning.
Well, every year we come towards our owners and present our budget for the next fiscal year, 2026. You can see from the budget, it is, y'all, I think we'll hit history next year and hit $1 billion net revenue. Not many hospitals in our state can say that. I think there's only 2 others.
Did you say $1 billion?
Billion net revenue. We're budgeting 993. Again, our budgets have been very conservative. I'd rather tell you and beat whatever I'm presenting. I'll tell you our budget from last year presented, we're actually 74% over budget. So we're looking at about a 13%, about $19.8 million net profit for the end of the year. It's about a 2.5% margin, but it's 74% over our budget and about 13% over 24. So what I'm telling you, the story is that we previously were funded with COVID, FEMA monies, but we've replaced that with real cash. So that's that difference between the 74% over the previous budget, because we had to have that FEMA dollars that were included, but not only did we replace that with other revenue, we surpassed that. So hospital's doing well. We're expanded. As you know, we've gone into now the owner of the Biloxi Memorial, the old Merit, and it is doing well. We closed on that February 1st, and literally that first month was a net profit for us. So that is a good thing, not only for us from a financial standpoint, but for that market and for that Biloxi community. So very pleased with our financials. Our budget's conservative, but feel we're going to do very well next year.
Yeah, on your emergency room levels, don't they have?
Yep.
Where are we sitting on, I forget the criteria, but it's called level?
That's right, level trauma center. So we're level 2 in Memorial, which acts like a level 1. The state only has one level 1, which is UMMC, has 3 level 2s, North Mississippi, Forest General, and Memorial. Then there's about 11 level 3s. Biloxi used to be a level 3, but when CHS had it, because they could not comply with the level 3 demands, which is 24/7 coverage by a neurosurgeon, orthopedic surgeon, and a general surgeon, they were actually dinged by the state by not meeting the demands. So that hospital currently is a level 4.
What about, what's holding that 2 at Memorial? Is it, what would it take to get a level 1?
What the difference really is in-house coverage. So we have a residency program. If we had a general surgery residency program, where you have a general surgeon who's living inside the walls, level 2 requires a general surgeon on call 24/7, but that you be within 30 minutes after the ER calls you. It really is that different. Now, we have considered looking at it. We're actually looking at, do we do a general surgery residency because of that? We have 2 years to make that decision. Just not sure if we're gonna go there or not. As you know, the coast level 1, because UMMC is 3 hours away, we actually use USA. So level 1 transfers from the coast generally go outside of our state. I am a person who does not believe we should be sending monies to other states. We should try and do what we can to keep the money here. So we're working on that. Not sure if we'll reach it, but we're thinking about it.
Hey, Kent, the labor and delivery in Biloxi, is that something long-term?
No, we got in there and there were several OBs. It is an aging population. Dr. Millett has been the glue that held it together. He announced that he's no longer delivering babies. And really what it is that OB has to have call coverage. So when that mom decides to deliver, it's not like you're having knee surgery, right? Baby's gonna come when baby's coming, for the most part. So you need to be available. So we went down to literally 1 and 2. What that means is you have one doctor taking call every other day. That you can't do that. So I was trying to piecemeal it by getting some coverage from Pascagoula, the Sutherland group, and we were doing that, but it's very unsafe. It came to a point where we had some close calls that I said, look, I am just not gonna do it half, I was gonna say a word, I'm not gonna say it here. I'm gonna do it with quality. So we're going to begin having those transfers to Gulfport, where we have literally, I would say, it's not the best care in this state, but the second best care. We have an OBED, which means a mom doesn't go to the ER, she goes directly to a labor floor with an emergency department to deal with a labor issue, not necessarily a trauma issue. We have a 24/7 laborist group. That means if the doctor can't make it in, there's an OB who's living inside the walls. You pick up the phone and say, hey, Jay's coming in, I can't make it because I'm coming here, can you please take care of her? And then we have the NICU. So those are the 3 really best practice needs you should have for an OB practice that they're delivering in. My goal is to get Biloxi to deliver babies again, have adequate coverage, and I would say 3 to 4 doctors covering, 3 to 4 OBs, and to have an OBED. Don't need a NICU, don't need a laborist group. Laborist group really need about 1,500 deliveries to make sense, but you need an OBED, so the mom's not going through the ER where they're waiting with all the other ER patients. They go directly to the labor floor. So my goal, hopefully within 3 to 4 years, we can create that environment.
Okay, well, good. I just know that some people were concerned that we were totally just cutting it out, but it sounds like cutting out is not the option.
We're taking the safe route, making sure that we're performing and giving birth certificates, not death certificates. And we want to be sure when we open that we're safe opening. My goal is to bring it back because we're getting crowded in Gulfport. We're expanding, but at the same time, we do want to deliver babies in Biloxi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all.
Any questions?
I wanted to jump in quickly. Kent, I just wanted to ask for you to give us a quick update, please, on the mental health situation. I want to commend you for all of your help in informing us of how a lot of money was being, wasted with just the way we were handling things. Can you give me kind of the good news about how we're handling the mental health issues, please?
So first of all, regular meetings is amazing. Have the CSU Pine Belt meeting with a group of committee people that are involved and very passionate about fixing it, because there is a problem. 1404, the House bill that passed recently that includes drug and alcoholism, which is essentially routing the same way through the circuit court as the mental health folks are. I'm a little concerned about that, but the committee that is meeting with the CSU is aware of it, and we're working through the police department and the sheriff with Sheriff Haley's offices to be sure that we're handling those as well. I'll tell you, the bed adequacy for the CSU is better than what it used to be. I think that Mona and the group are doing a good job. I just want to continue to see that progress and not regress as we get into our busy season. Cold weather, you will see heightened mental health and other issues come up. I know that y'all have graciously building out a site for the additional diversion center, which I think is going to be very, very helpful. Hopefully we can get the funding to complete that. But I think the progression is there. I see us actually taking better steps than what I'm seeing and hearing in the rest of the state. So I commend y'all for taking that effort.
I would sure hope that the funding would come for the O&M of it, because we're putting in about $6 million on it.
Yeah, and again, I was not aware that there's a mechanism where the Memorial has never submitted a bill to the county or to the cities for any of our psych holds. I was made aware through the committee that actually you do a reimbursement, and the Singer River is receiving that, so we will start getting that. But it helps us pay for it. Right now, we have anywhere from 8 to 10 holds a day, and we're keeping those patients safe to get them to the right places at the right time is really important. but y'all are taking all the right steps to make that happen, and anything I can do this legislative session, please let me know.
Yes.
Any other questions?
Need a motion?
Need a motion to accept.
So moved.
Second.
Okay.
Thank y'all for all your support, appreciate it very much.
Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Mr. Nico, real quick,
Yeah.
she had brought to my attention, earlier, we had, had to sign off on a purchase or sell a piece of property. Sell a piece of property, and, it was us and Gulfport. The document was executed after July 1st, but Billy's name was signed on it, so we were trying to make sure, and we had sent a memo over and never got anything back. So we haven't signed on our side, but we wanted to make sure that the right signature, because it was executed after July 1st, was on that form.
I think it was just sort of an in-house transfer from
Okay.
Memorial Properties, which is our purchasing entity, to Memorial Hospital Gulfport, just moving that access over. I have not heard of any issues.
Okay.
If I need to get with Haley and resubmit to y'all for the signature, I'm not really sure. I'm not aware of any.
Okay, yeah.
But
If
that
y'all-
must be the
if you just have
document we're
someone
talking
contact their office,
Okay.
and we'll take care of it.
All right, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd like to recognize Mr. Matt McDonald from Mississippi Coast Coliseum Commission to update us on coastal Mississippi HVAC system issues.
Good morning. Marlon, I apologize, I didn't get to reach out to you on Friday. I did reach 3 of the board members. Rebecca called me this morning. But we were notified Friday that coastal Mississippi is going to temporarily relocate until we can get in and repair or replace. And the reason I can't give you a definitive answer on which one that will be is we have, for about the last 3 weeks, been trying to gather the data from several mechanical contracting companies to come in and give us the best solution for the long term. All right? Granted, our budgets are limited. Michelle has passed out a sheet, and Marlon, you would remember this. Ken, I'm not sure if you were on the board. I don't think you were when the Board of Supervisors decided to refinance our bond issue. They refinanced the bond issue to build the convention center to include money to build out the offices for coastal Mississippi. And in return, and I don't know that there's ever been an agreement formally, but y'all had asked us to keep rent to the barest minimum for them. And as you can see, that's what we've done. We had to go up a couple of years ago because of a maintenance contract, literally, on that air conditioning system. I don't know what Bill and Mr. Yates were thinking about when they installed it, but since it was done after the fact, after the construction that was well underway, they went with a mini split system, and we actually have 32 mini split units that control each one of the offices that they operate in. What we're experiencing is condensation from refrigerated lines that run to each one of those units. And on the back of that document, there's some red lines. Those are the refrigerated lines that run overhead in their offices. So what we're gonna have to do is,
The ceiling wet.
right. So what we're gonna have to do is come in and either re-insulate every one of those 32 refrigerated lines running to those units, or we're gonna have to replace it. The system's over 15 years old. It was I'm not sure if it was the original design of that particular model, but it was very early into the creation of that type of air conditioning unit. So I'm afraid that the best solution is gonna be to replace it. However, because of the fact that our budgets are limited and we don't make any money off of what we charge for rent to coastal Mississippi, that we may have to come to y'all for some help if it comes to replacing that entire system, or we'll have to go up on rent to coastal Mississippi, which I don't want to do. I want them to use every dollar they have to be able to attract more people to South Mississippi. That being said, it's not been easy to get the data and the information that we have requested from several mechanical contracting companies. It is the highest priority for us now to get this resolved, to the inconvenience that it's created for coastal Mississippi resolved, and that's what we intend to do. But I did not want you guys to be caught off guard. I wanted y'all to fully understand that we are on top of this. We're aware of what we think we have to do. And if we can save it and not have to spend a lot of money, that's the route we'll go. But until such time that we have that information that I feel comfortable coming back to either seeing y'all or just picking up the tab right out of our operating funds, that's what we're gonna do.
So what's the complaint because if it's 30 individual mini split heads, they all don't go bad.
No, I don't think the
Just the
heads,
moisture of just re-insulating pipes seems very inexpensive compared to replacing 30 individual AC heads.
well, I would hope that, Dan, I would hope if we had to replace it, that we would get away from the mini splits
Right.
and try to do duct work into each one of those offices and be done with it. But that wasn't the original design when they built it out.
So you want to change the whole design as well?
That would be what I would recommend if we can't insulate the line. That's our first goal, is to see if those lines can be insulated. But as you see, we spent over $6,000 a couple of years ago just doing repair work on those systems.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're 15 years old, how much money you want to throw after a 15-year-old AC unit?
And if I may add on that, what I'm hearing from the professionals in mechanicals, the 15-year-old units is a specific technology you have to link into to operate the unit, and a lot of people don't have that capability anymore. It's outdated technology on the mini splits themselves.
Anyway, we're aware of it, we're gonna take care of it, but I wanted y'all to be aware of it because coastal Mississippi is on a roll. Okay, they're doing extremely well. And we don't want anything to disrupt their operation, and we are sincerely sorry that it has come to this, but it's not because we've ignored the problem. We've just had difficulty getting resolution to the problem.
15 years is a long time.
Well, fortunately, we've been able to make it work all those years. I don't think it was the best solution, but I guess that was the easiest way to do what they needed to get done in order to fulfill the commitment we made to build that out.
Well, just keep us updated.
Yeah.
We will.
Yes.
And guys, I thank y'all for y'all's support. We're gonna finish the year okay. We had a little lull, as I told y'all before. That lull's over. We've had 2 very, very successful shows in the month of August. We have 4 successful shows coming in the month of September. We actually have a tour starting. First date will be in Biloxi with Judas Priest and Alice Cooper. They're gonna be in next week rehearsing for a couple of days, and then they'll start the tour on Tuesday, September 16th. But we've got even more shows lined up for January, February, March, and April of next year, so it looks like business is coming back just as strong as I thought it would.
Very good. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, I need a motion on the consent agenda.
Motion.
Second. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Moving down to item number 11, order authorizing the board president to execute the letter of authorization with DivCo data for the processing and mailing of the 26-27 rendition forms.
Motion. Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Order acknowledging receipt of and approving petitions for decreases to the 23 real property rule.
Motion.
Got a motion, second. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Order authorizing the board president to execute reimbursement requests and all necessary documents from MDEQ's MCWI grant program.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Order accepting the maintenance of the following roads for North Swan subdivision phase 2.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion. Jackie, what are we doing to these roads?
They've gone through their 2-year period, they're completely finished out, inspected, and they're ready to be turned over to the county. So that's what we're doing.
Okay, so we're just taking possession of them,
Yes.
we're not, okay, all right.
Thank you for maintenance.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Number 15, order awarding the contract for the debris removal and disposal services to Look Great Services as the primary contractor and to DRC Emergency Services as the secondary contractor based on the attached evaluation rating forms.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
I see some of the guys from the company are here today. Y'all want to say anything, or? All right, hopefully we don't have to use you guys. All right, moving to 16, order approving change order number 1 with SCI LLC on the ARPA NCWI Fire Tower Road water system improvements.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Hey Nathan, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm not gonna pop in every time and say aye.
Yeah, just
If
say-
I don't say no, it's a yes, please.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Number 17, order approving the sole source purchase from Communications International for one Harris XL 95P portable radio and accessories, a total cost of $5,848.90.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion?
Discussion, the only discussion I had, is source, and Matt, maybe you can, there's no other radio system and no other provider that would, what you're saying here is that radio is the only one that can fit into the system? I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Dr. Ladner. So we're going through the replacement of our radios as they age out. The new radios we need to purchase have to operate on our existing system today until the time that the new system, whatever the system is decided, is built out. It will work on both, but to operate on our existing system, it has to be a Harris radio, and this is the vendor for
That
our.
particular radio.
Yes, sir, Dr.
Got
Ladner.
it.
So it will work on the new system?
It will, absolutely, yes, sir.
Work on the new
So when we get on a new system, that will no longer be a sole source.
Correct.
Okay.
And that is a huge advantage to P25. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Number 18, order acknowledging receipt of and spreading upon the minutes the following lease agreement for the fairgrounds.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Number 19, order concurring with the road manager on employment as listed and on file with the payroll clerk and HR.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Number 20, order authorizing and approving the issuance of a beach event permit as listed.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Number 21, personnel, order concurring with the district attorney on employment as listed and is on file with the payroll clerk and HR.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Order concurring with the county administrator on employment as listed as on file with the payroll clerk and HR.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Number 23, order designating the chancery clerk, purchase clerk, or respective designees of Harrison County to receive bids for beach vending site B8 scheduled to open Wednesday, September 17th at 10 a.m.
Motion.
Second. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Number 24, order accepting the recommendation from the selection committee regarding the RFP for generator relocation and installation with the highest ranking vendor, Miller Co., for a 2,000 amp ATS at the total cost of $190,674 and authorizing the board president to execute the contract with the selected company.
Motion.
Second.
Second discussion. This is a hybrid I've never seen on the agenda where you have an RFP and sealed bids. An RFP does not accept sealed bids. And it's generally, RFP is for professional services. This is a contract service. And sealed bids, and what we'd be doing here, if we approve this, is accepting a bid higher than the lowest bid without any justification why we're denying the lowest bid. I think there's a legal problem here.
There is a problem with that. You do have to,
It's either a bid or an RFP. You can't have them both.
well, you can't have them both, but when rejecting the lowest, you have to specify.
And you have to specify.
Yes, you do.
And there's no specification other than three people looking at the qualifications of the companies, and I don't think qualifications were submitted. I think just bids were submitted. So I would suggest that we look at this before we approve something like this.
So do we want to table?
Or either accept the lowest bid. Because there's nothing indicating that the lowest bid contractor can't perform those services.
I do not know. I would recommend tabling. Everything you're saying is correct. I do not know the process through this. I don't know why they bypassed it.
Yeah.
So I would need to go back and
Just
find
need to
that out.
understand that you can't have an RFP and a sealed bid. Either you have an RFP or you go out for bids and accept the bids.
If we could just table
And
it
we'll
until
I'll
next
make a
Monday.
I'll substitute motion to table.
I'll second it.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor of tabling?
Aye.
Motion carries. Number 25, order requesting approval for advertisement to bid for new fencing, including all parts, supplies, and installation at the Long Beach softball field complex, as requested by the Director of Parks and Rec.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Order requesting approval for advertisement to bid for all parts, supplies, and labor for installation of a concrete sidewalk and curb at the new Long Beach softball complex, as requested by the Director of Parks and Recreation. If the quotes received are less than $75,000 threshold, then no advertisement will be needed.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Order authorizing and approving the low quote purchase for a window replacement Lyman Senior Center from Glass Solutions in the amount of $48,000.
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Order requesting approval for advertisement to bid for the following services to be completed at the Isaiah Fredericks New Sports Complex as requested by the Director of Parks and Recreation Department.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Number 29, recognize Sheriff Haley.
Good morning.
Morning.
Today's count, 817, 223 of those are state inmates, 48 of those are ready to go. We have 11 federal inmates, 11 juveniles at the ADC, and 10 juveniles at the Juvenile Detention Center. All of those are Harrison County.
Thank you. Number 30, order spreading upon the minutes the personnel changes of the Sheriff's Office as listed and on file with the payroll clerk and human resources.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Number 31, order authorizing the disposal of assets per the attached list.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Order correcting the inventory, adding back an item still in use that was previously listed as disposed of.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Order authorizing the board president to execute the lost stolen affidavit removing the following assets.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Number 34, order approving travel as listed.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
35, order approving payment of claims list as listed.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
36, order spreading upon the minutes the following executed documents.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Order authorizing issuance of duplicate warrants for the following.
Motion. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Order approving payment of the following claims.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
39, order taking off the table, correcting Scrivener's error in the June 2nd, 2025 board meeting, agenda item 72I, file ID number 25-0908, correcting the $12,265 payment to Overstreet Consulting Engineering to reflect the invoice amount of $12,865 and approving a $600 payment to Overstreet Associates.
Motion to take off the table.
Second.
Okay. Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Number 40, order correcting the Scrivener's error in the June 2nd, 25 board meeting. Item number 72I, file ID 250908, correcting the $12,265 payment to Overstreet and Associates to reflect the invoice amount of $12,865 and approving a $600 payment.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Number 41, order adjudicating, approving PERS employer. It says employee on the deal, on the agenda, but it needs to
It
say
is employer.
it's employer, contribution for the following Harrison County constables.
Motion.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Number 42, order approving the nationwide financial services, Inc. governmental plan for Harrison County 457B deferred compensation plan.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion?
Yeah, Robbie, is this where, employees can choose to add additional monies into for retirement?
Yes, sir, they sent that document as a DocuSign in my email, just kind of blindly to me. We had to do some research on it, Nathan, I need to get that transferred to you, so you can electronically DocuSign it, but yes, it is a deferred compensation that allows employees to make additional.
We just need to, I guess, come up with a plan to get this to the employees so they know about it. I know human resources, we just want all employees to know that that's an option for them.
Okay. We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Number 43, order reappointing Leonard Bent Senior as a member of the Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College Board of Trustees, representing supervisors within District 4 and 5 for a 5-year term ending June 30th, 2030.
Motion.
Second discussion. He's representing both districts. You can appoint somebody else. I don't know which particular district he lives in.
I'm fine with her. You okay with it, Ken?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
I
no
don't-
problem, I
don't know
just,
where he lives.
yeah.
Since you get another one?
Lives in,
No, it's just two.
He lives in Biloxi somewhere.
Is there,
One representative.
does the representative on the board have to live within that?
Right.
In one of those districts, I believe so, yeah.
Well, then,
So it's, so
I
I
do
think,
not know if it's a split appointment, if those two districts have that one appointment. I'm not sure about the junior college appointees.
what do you mean?
Well, it says 4 and 5. So
Yeah, I
you
think
just-
the way that it's set up, I think that I know that there's a District 4 appointee, and there's a District 5 appointee, but there's also a District 4 and 5 appointee.
Yeah, that's gotta be the one with the 4 and the 5, because
Yeah.
District
Wait a
4.
minute.
Because
there's a common.
because you have to have a certain number of appointees from the board, and so there's a couple of split ones as well.
So as long as that one is split, as long as you're living in one of
One
the
or the other.
districts, you're fine.
Yeah, I know he lives in Biloxi, but I'm not sure exactly where.
I just thought that each supervisor district would have to.
Because I know
have
that,
an appointment.
We do, I have one, and that's a split, but that's what that is.
Susan Hunt is the District
Okay.
5 appointee.
Okay.
So I know that she's.
Yeah, some individual, some split.
Okay. So we have a motion,
I'm
we
not
have
trying
a
to cause
second.
trouble, I'm just
No,
trying to learn.
troublemaker. We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Number 44, order approving the budget of Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College for fiscal year 25 and 26.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Number 45, order approving the budget of the Harrison County School District for fiscal year 25, 26.
Aye. Second, aye.
All in favor? Discussion? All in favor?
Throw it in there a little bit.
Number 46, order approving the budget of the Harrison County Utility Authority for fiscal year 25, 26.
Motion.
Second discussion, y'all need to thank me and Dan.
Did you save us a bunch of money?
No, it didn't cost you any. I don't know if it saved you any, but we didn't cost them any.
We'll take it.
Again, same budget we approved last year
Okay.
in the utility authority.
Thank you.
I just want.
Is that what you want? Thank you.
I want y'all to know that.
We appreciate
All right.
it.
Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Number 47, order approving road signage for Three Rivers Elementary School campus as per the terms of the interlocal government cooperation agreement between Harrison County School District and Harrison County.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Number 48, order approving the sweeping of parking areas at West Harrison High School pursuant to the terms of the interlocal governmental cooperation agreement between the county and Harrison County School District.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Order approving school bus turnarounds for the 25-26 school year as designated by the Harrison County School District.
Motion.
Second, discussion, all the school districts, municipal school districts as well should be submitting those yearly for you to work on school bus route at the request of the school district.
Okay.
Well, I don't think we've been getting yearly submissions from the municipal school districts.
You have not, and you had not been getting annual submissions from the county school district as well. This is the first one.
This is
in like
the first one, and
in
wow,
several years, but you've not gotten any from the municipality.
they're supposed to be updated yearly.
Yes, sir, but they haven't.
I know it.
Yes.
Okay. So, any other discussion? Do we need to reach out to the other school districts and let them know,
I
or?
think if they call, as a supervisor's office, if they call the supervisor's office of Tim and them to work on a school bus route, unless that has been, they have submitted for approval from the board.
They had two roads, that's why I had to reach out to them, there was two roads on there that they've been just sending generic ones. And last year, y'all proved, well, there was a couple roads on there that wasn't on the list. So I had
That's
to
right.
reach out to them to get them to resubmit.
And they should be taking some off if there are no kids that the
Correct.
school bus is picking
There's
up
still-
on those roads. That's why they require it yearly.
Right, we have
Submission,
to
they
go,
supposed to purge those
correct.
roads based on whether there's actually a school bus going on it.
We have to go through and try to determine which ones are not active anymore.
That's right.
You know, so it's a job, and I spoke with them, that's why I had to resend this to y'all.
I'm not sure the schools realize that they need to update those yearly.
All
We
right.
need to send them those, because he
Maybe
shouldn't,
so.
Tim shouldn't be out there running around in circles figuring out if their buses need to be.
It's not
Well, we
really
can
his,
reach out.
it's not really his responsibility to
No.
check whether there's actually a
No.
school bus.
We can just
They're
reach
supposed to
out.
have that on.
We can just reach out to the superintendents and let them know of the municipal
Yeah,
school districts. We only have 5,
that's all.
so. Okay. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Number 50, order approving the waiver of rental fees for the use of the Good Deeds Community Center by the South Mississippi AIDS Task Force to host a community health and wellness fair on October 9th.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Number 51, order adjudicating and approving the city of D'Iberville's temporary use of county equipment needed to assist in hosting the Sheephead Showdown Tournament October 4th, 2025.
Motion.
Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Order approving the city of D'Iberville's temporary use of county equipment needed to assist in hosting the D'Iberville Mardi Gras Parade on February 15th, 2026.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion, all in favor? Go ahead. You have discussion? Okay. Number 53, order adjudicating the tax sale of the August 26, 24 on tax parcel number 0612D-02-001.002 for the 23 taxes erroneous and thus void ab initio and for related purposes.
Motion.
Second discussion. Dan, just to point out, we saved them on the budget, and then they're trying to take our property. You notice that?
Uh-huh.
That's utility authority.
Right.
It's the next one.
Oh, is it next? I'm sorry. I'm
All
sorry.
right, now on 53, any discussion?
That's-
All in favor?
Aye.
54, order adjudicating the tax sales of August 29, 2022, August 28, 2023, August 26, 2024, on tax parcel 0705-07-008.001 for 21, 22, and 23 taxes as erroneous and thus void ab initio.
Motion.
Second, that's the discussion.
This was.
These guys, you got a lot, John.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see
that was owned by the utility authority, so it was exempt.
All right, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
55, order approving amendment number 1 to service agreement between Harrison County and Mississippi Security Police for the Harrison County Juvenile Detention Center effective August 1st.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
I'm just gonna say no on that one, please.
Okay. Vote reflects 4-1, Supervisor Powers in opposition. 56, order adjudicating receipt of certificate of the Mississippi Department of Revenue certifying that it has received from the county assessor a correct copy of the 2025 recalculation of the real and personal assessment rolls of Harrison County.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Number 57, order accepting the resignation of Haley Zelinka from the Blue Ribbon Committee and approving the appointment of Camille Pena to fulfill the unexpired term.
Motion.
Second. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
58, order authorizing expenditures as listed pursuant to Mississippi Code 17-3-1 as necessary to advertise and bring into favorable notice opportunities, possibilities, and resources of Harrison County, Mississippi, and which in the judgment of such board or boards will be helpful toward advancing the morale and or financial and or other interest of the county, including all forms of advertising, including but not limited to broadcast advertising, logo recognition, on publicity, collateral, other media, and all broadcast printed material and signage along with the link displayed to the Harrison County online.
Motion. Second.
Discussion. All in favor? All
Aye.
opposed? 4-1, Dr. Ladner in opposition.
Hey, Nathan, can I go first?
Yes, ma'am.
I wanted to say, I should have said thank you to Ms. Haley Zelinka for her service on the Blue Ribbon Commission. She's the attorney for Memorial Hospital and brought to our attention a lot of the things that we were failing our children through Harrison County Youth Court. So I do want to tell her thank you for her service, and we certainly appreciate it, and congratulations.
All right, thank you. Anything else, Ms. Powers?
That's all.
Okay.
On the Coliseum, I think we need to go ahead and get the AC done properly and figure out how to pay for it. If it's from the Tourism Commission pitching in, but that's my opinion.
Okay. All right, we'll start over with you.
I very quickly got two, maybe three items. Number one, on the police stations sale, you need to authorize the, they're ready to proceed with closing, and we just need to authorize President Barrett to sign on behalf of the county.
I think we've already done that, haven't we?
We authorized you to sign the purchase.
Okay, okay.
of this contract.
All right.
I so move.
A second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Now, do you know when that, I tried to do that on like Thursday, I believe, and they sent a message over, and I went by there, and nobody was at the office, and then we called several
And
times,
And
and,
Tim talked to Mike McDermott, and so it's my understanding that it's supposed to be tomorrow. I don't have time,
Okay,
but
will you-
we'll get it for you and let
will
you.
y'all tell them to hold the papers there? It'll be easier, because I'll be in
You'll
Biloxi
be
tomorrow.
okay.
If they can hold the papers, I can just stop by their office in
Okay,
Biloxi and
we'll
sign.
let them know that.
Okay.
And
All
then secondly, we also had the issue, we had a you'd entered into a sublease with the city of Gulfport for the parking area over while we were doing the parking garage, and no one's using it, and they have, the owner of the property has sold it, and so we need to just go ahead and give notice to terminate that lease if it's okay with you.
So move.
Second.
And then,
Oh, we have a motion and a second. Is there any
To
discussion?
terminate the lease? That's
yes,
what
sir,
they
the
asked for.
sublease, yes.
How much were we paying for that?
Nothing,
Oh,
I don't
nothing.
believe,
It was-
the,
okay.
at the one.
Okay, all right. No discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
And then finally, and I think item 56 covered it, but on August 25th, there was an item tabled for the recapitulation on the assessment roll. Is that what item 56? Yes, that is it. Okay, now, I'm sorry, that's all.
All right, nothing else? All right, Ms. Angela, do you have anything?
Mr. President, if you will, while we, on the attorney, weren't we supposed to have an order submitted, in reference to the sale of the, property to Dr. Solange? And that discussion, I think.
There was supposed to be a letter sent
A
to
letter on order.
the Development Commission.
Right.
Yes, sir. There was
That was a
well, there was
couple-
an order on that, and
couple
I will
meetings
check
ago.
on that.
Yeah, it was supposed to be sent to him.
Yes, sir. I mean, I know I know we're working on it. I do not know if it actually went out. I'll get back.
Yeah, I was wondering because I've been around some of the commission and nobody said anything to me.
They had-
So I was wondering if they had received that yet or not.
Right.
Okay, anything else, Trish?
No, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
You have anything? Supervisor Cuevas?
Yes, Ms. Jackie, can you give us an update on the parking garage?
Yeah, so the, contracts were all awarded, executed, insurance, bonds and everything, all were executed. We had a pre-construction meeting last week, and so their contract time starts today. They're acquiring materials, setting up all the, porta potties, dumpsters, all this kind of thing. They anticipate starting to be on site Monday the 8th. We're gonna have, kind of a kickoff meeting to answer any questions on site on the 9th. And that contract time requires that they are complete with the shortened period that we awarded by the end of the calendar.
Thank you.
Anything else?
No, sir.
Supervisor?
Thank you.
Supervisor Jones?
No. Oh, yeah, just want to say hi, welcome, my ex-colleague back there, Mr. Steve Moore, also on the board with SMP&D, so. Good to see you.
Did y'all check his pass?
I don't know.
Get his updated?
Did you get your pass to cross county lines?
I had my guys check him at the door.
Y'all check him at the door?
How
Okay.
he got in.
All right, that makes me feel better now.
I don't have anything. Supervisor Powers, do you have anything else?
No, that's it. Thank y'all so much.
Nothing.
Administrator?
No, sir, nothing.
Nothing. You look like you've been out in the sun.
Labor Day weekend, working in the field, man.
Sheriff?
No, I'm good, thank you.
I need a motion to recess until the 15th? Okay, motion to recess until the 15th.
That will be budget,
Yes.
approval of budget.
Yes.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, all in favor?
Bye.
Um,